Your vibration creates your reality. The vibration that you are emitting into the universe, you are receiving back the reality of that vibration. If your vibration is one of love, you will get back love. That's why when you spread love into the world, or when you smile at someone, a genuine smile, think of that, you receive it back. It's the vibration you are emitting. Your vibration is everything. Like I said, it creates your reality. That being said, it's really important to recognize one's vibration and be aware of what vibration one is emitting out into the universe, for you get the reflection of it. How can we change our vibration? This is a very important question, and a really liberating question actually, if the answer is received. In this video, we will explore ways in which you could raise your vibration, ways that have helped me. I'll be sharing my favorite ways to raise my vibration, processes that I utilize, things that have just helped me during my awakening and in my day-to-day life to raise my vibration when I find myself in the lower vibrations. Now, lower vibrations are not bad. They have their purpose, and we don't need to say that they're not part of us. They are part of us. It simply does not empower us. And those lower vibrations, if it wasn't for those lower vibrations, we would not set with more of a clear intention how it is that we do want to feel. When you feel pain, you have a sharper and more clear way of conceptualizing, of knowing how you want to be treated. So everything is serving you for learning purposes. But let's get right into it. The first way that I want to share with you guys to raise your vibration, and this one was a game changer for me, you could say, is meditation. Think of a cork underwater. When you're pushing against that cork and it's underwater, there's only one way it could rise again. And that's by letting go. Letting go means letting go of resistance. Now, how does this tie into meditation? When you have a lot of noise, a lot of emotions going on in you, it kind of blocks your natural state of being. Your natural state of being is actually a state of peace, a state of love, a state of stillness, you could say, a state of joy. Just like the cork when it's floating, you could say when you're in your natural set point of life, you are floating. You're feeling good. Just like when people say, I feel like I'm floating, when they're really ecstatic or joyful. You are that cork. And all that's needed is to let those components, that resistance being the thought patterns, the habits, the ways of thinking, and ways of feeling as well. And meditation helps with this. When you meditate, you come to know yourself. You come to observe yourself. You become the observer. You stop identifying with all the noise in your head, and you kind of let it flourish and let it be. And when you let it be, it starts to leave. I meditate. What I've been doing to meditate these past weeks is actually I listen to a noise or I just pay attention to my breaths. It's that simple. I put on an alarm. It could be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, and I start focusing on my breath or on the sound of the fan, or a mix of both. And with that focus, you'll come to realize that the noise kind of starts leaving by itself. I'm aware of the noise, which are the thoughts, but I don't identify with them. And sometimes it's hard. Say if a situation that's kind of emotionally packed happened, it might be very noisy there. But don't identify with it. Just observe it. And be aware of your breath and start focusing on it, and you'll see that little by little, your brain waves will start changing. You'll start feeling more relaxed. and the noise in your head will start stopping. The emotion will start settling down. And when it settles down, when you let go of that resistance, just like the cork, you'll rise up to your natural set point. So meditation is very powerful. I will say that when I first started meditating, my first meditations were tough, but do not be unmotivated to keep going. It's okay. There might be a lot of deep things in you, a lot of emotions that might be scary to deal with, and every habit and every talent takes time to work it. The brain is a muscle. Meditation is also a skill. So be patient with yourself and know that you can become good at it, even though being good isn't really a thing in meditation. It just happens. You let it happen, you know? But you start feeling the success, you could say. You start feeling the lightness out of them. And even though that first meditation that I had was pretty uncomfortable, I felt way lighter after. And day by day by day, I kept getting more and more momentum. I would feel more lighter, and I would come to breakthroughs. I sometimes perceptions would just change on certain situations, traumatizing situations, and things would just start making sense. When you meditate, you become receptive and you allow the universe to kind of send you answers. You get downloads. Sometimes these answers, I have to say, do not come in words. It's just a way of knowing, a way of feeling. It kind of feels like all is well, or the situation kind of just makes sense for some reason without words coming to you, or without even a perception change. It's more of just an acceptance. So meditation is powerful. Highly, highly recommend it. I'd say that that's the one thing that has really helped me raise my vibration so much and shifted me to a different state of being. The second one is, it's called grounding. Now, grounding could be going out to nature. It could be going to your backyard and just standing over grass or even sand, or going to the beach and being inside the ocean, or just stepping on the sand with your feet touching it without socks on or shoes on, you know? So your bare skin with the earth, and the earth kind of charges you up. It realigns you because the earth is a living being, you could say. We're all connected, and it just charges you up. Just like a mother, say when a child is scared or in a fearful state, it kind of soothes a child, or she or he, a mother, they soothe the child so they could give the child a hug or something. You're kind of doing that when you're grounding yourself with the earth. You're becoming one with it again. You're getting that hug from Mother Nature. You're getting those compassionate feelings from it, and it's kind of rewiring you and retuning you and soothing you. I would do this practice a lot, especially after long days in my laptop in university. I'd be in class, especially during the pandemic in Zoom, and I'd notice that I'd start feeling kind of like lightheaded or dizzy from being on my laptop too much. So I'd go outside and kind of rejuvenate with the earth. Now what I do is I at least go 5 minutes outside, put my feet on the floor, and say during the day sometimes when I just feel like I've been indoors a lot or on my laptop editing a lot or something like that, I just go sit on a bench I have outside, and I just am. And I let the sun soak in. It feels really good. The AC in my house is really strong right now because it's summer, so it gets kind of cold in here. So it's nice going outside and feeling the sun kind of be like a warm blanket, even though it's very hot right now. But yeah, it feels really good, really soothing. It raises my vibration. It makes me feel more peaceful. If I'm feeling a little stressed or a little lightheaded, like I said, it kind of retunes me. Another way to raise your vibration is reading. Read a profound book. It could be The Power of Now, Power versus Force, whatever is a empowering book to you. I just mentioned those because those are books that have really helped me. Anything from Abraham Hicks, I'd recommend. Joe Dispenza books are also very good. David R. Hawkins, as I mentioned, Power versus Force, Letting Go, really good books. Autobiography of a Yogi, this book as well. Now, when you read these books, you gain a lot. First of all, it's very profound topics, stories, and you gain a lot of wisdom. But in these words, there's actually, you could call it like a blessing in them. Since they go over these empowering topics, these topics that are so empowering, so helpful to you, they have this blessing as well to it, and it brings presence into your life. So even just reading sentences from it, or a paragraph from it, or even a chapter, it will start raising your vibration because of the blessing in it. Kind of like I said, like the whole going to nature thing, grounding. You're going to an energy center that is high vibrational, so it's going to raise your vibration. So reading, it does this. Another thing that could help you, if you have an empowering friend, or a friend that you just always feel good when you reach out to him or her, a conversation with a person like this can really help a lot. And use your intuition, because sometimes people might not really be helping you, but you know this person. So reaching out to them, and not even necessarily talking about your problems, but just catching up, you know? We get kind of a rush of engaging in conversation, of having a rendezvous with someone. Even with strangers sometimes, if you're in a grocery store and your vibration might be kind of low, if you start a conversation, or if someone starts a conversation in you, there's like an energy exchange, and it kind of brings that energy up. Now, this could also be done with an intimate partner. An intimate partner is also a beautiful way to raise your vibration. Harmonious relationship is each other raising each other's vibration and celebrating in a raised vibration. That's beautiful. It's like two logs of fire coming together and becoming one vibrant fire. That's how it is when you rendezvous with someone in an empowered way. It just feels strong, it feels vibrant, it feels beautiful. Now, let's go to the polar opposite. This is another way to raise your vibration too. Say if you've been with a lot of people lately. Maybe you've been in school all day long, if you're in high school or university, even in elementary school, if you're viewing this. If you feel like you've been with too much people during the day, some alone time will kind of help you raise your vibration. Like that cork, when you come to yourself and you really start seeking within, or letting yourself be with yourself, you'll rise back to who you are. A lot of the times when we're out in large groups, social dynamics, it changes how we are. We might wear certain masks or feel that we have to be certain ways, just because how society has been made. Say if you feel like crying one day in front of a large group of people, say you're a manager for some reason and you feel like crying, something kind of holds us back, and that's social conditioning. And now there's a time to let go of things. So that alone time will really let you let those emotions go and let you, which is the real you, rise. And alone time really helps with that. At least that helps me a lot. When I feel like I've been with people a lot, or just feel like I need that alone time, I do my alone time. And I usually listen to music. That's my next way to raise our vibration, actually, is listen to music. Whatever music you like. Classical music does raise your vibration. It's really good. It's high vibrational. If they actually measured water droplets with classical music, and it started forming harmonious patterns, because it was a beautiful harmony. It's high vibrational. It has order. So classical music is a quick way to kind of raise your vibration, a little hack. But in my day-to-day life, music really helps me. I have a practice when I visualize. I have a playlist, and I have music that really gets me in that feeling place of me feeling really good, really joyful, really empowered. And this music evokes some very elevated feelings. And this helps with manifestation because when you feel it and when you have that elevated feeling, the manifestation is accelerated. When you feel as though you are the person you want to be, or as though the manifestation is in your experience, it starts coming into your experience. And it will come usually very quick. Music is a beautiful way, at least in my reality, at least in my way of being, that helps me a lot. It could be different for different people, but if this resonates, try it for yourself. Music is a beautiful thing. I love it and it really tunes me. And if this helps you, just use it. And some of the audience right now listening to this video, you already use that and you might be getting a confirmation hearing me say this right now. So music is also a very, very good way. Now, I remember another way that would raise my vibration that I'd practice actually as a little kid and actually throughout my whole life, but I remember first practicing it when I was young, like very young, like elementary school. When I'd get bored in school, I'd start focusing on my pencil or on my finger and just really focus a lot. And I'd notice that when I did that, time would kind of pass by faster, or I'd reach a state that's kind of peaceful, or I'd feel better than feeling bored, you know? Later, I come to read The Power of Now, and I realized that all those experiences when I would really focus deeply, whether it was on my finger, on the pencil, on an object nearby me, or even a person near me, or even the hair of someone, like when I get bored in church, there's people in front of you, I'd kind of look at them and look at their hair and try to see like all the details, you know? It's fascinating when you go in the present how much details there is in the universe. And it brings you to a still place. Like I said, you're entering the present moment. The present moment is your moment of power. The present moment is the moment in which everything happens. The present moment is the only moment there is. There's no past nor future. It's all happening in the present. And when you're in the present, you're like that cork floating in water. You're at your natural set point. There's no thoughts. You're just really, really present. And that's why you feel really, really peaceful and good, because that's your natural set point. So that's another very, very powerful way to raise your vibration. Sometimes I do the Wim Hof method. You could research Wim Hof, and it's a breathing technique. So it's kind of like in the meditation segment, but you could explore the Wim Hof method. Another thing that would help me is playing soccer. So playing a sport, and this doesn't have to be a sport. Like I said, it could also be dancing. It could be painting, just an activity that kind of gets you focused or engaged with your body. Yoga too, that helps a lot. My girlfriend, she loves doing yoga, and it brings her in a very, very beautiful state. She always shares it with me, and it's just really good. So if you're into yoga or soccer or painting, do it, and it'll help raise your vibration. Let me just give it a second, see if there's any other key points that I might be missing on raising your vibration. All I'm getting is be present. When you're present, say in a conversation, it brings stillness in and it raises your vibration. The more present you are, the more your vibration will go back to that natural set point, like I was saying. I hope you guys found value in some of the teachings or the suggestions I said on how to raise your vibration. Maybe in the comments you guys can share what you guys do to help raise your own vibration. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, night, day. But at the end of the day, a joyful present moment, because that's all there is. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful present moment.